The arena trembled long before the first punch was thrown. A thick tension floated through the air, like a storm gathering over a silent sea. This wasn't just another fight. This was a collision of wills. Gennady Golovkin, the Kazakh destroyer with fists like iron hammers, versus Martin Murray, England's unbreakable warrior who refused to bow to pain. The lights dimmed, shifting the focus to the ramp, where Golovkin emerged with that cold, emotionless stare he was feared for. No smile, no sign of nerves, only the calm of a man who had destroyed nearly every opponent unlucky enough to stand across from him. His eyes held the kind of silence that comes right before lightning splits the sky. Murray walked in next, shoulders broad, jaw locked, breathing steady. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't loud. He was simply ready to face a man the boxing world considered untouchable. The crowd erupted into chants, camera flashes scattering like sparks across the arena. But beneath the noise, fighters feel something different. A vibration, a pressure, a sense of destiny tightening around them. The announcer's voice boomed. From Karaganda, Kazakhstan, Gennady Golovkin. The stadium shook. Then came Murray's introduction, met with prideful English roars. But tonight, cheers didn't matter. Belts didn't matter. Reputation didn't matter. Survival did. The referee brought them to the center. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. Touch gloves. Murray extended his gloves. Golovkin didn't. He just stared into Murray's soul, unblinking, unshaken. A hush swept through the arena. Commentators paused mid-sentence. Murray lowered his gloves slowly, realizing this wasn't just a fight. It was a message. GGG wasn't here for points. He wasn't here for a contest. He was here for domination, for destruction. The bell hovered in the air, seconds away. Murray inhaled deeply. Golovkin didn't move an inch. The world froze. One breath, one heartbeat, one silent second. Then, ding, ding, and the storm crashed into reality. The opening bell echoed like a war cry, and immediately Golovkin stepped forward, not cautiously, not curiously, but with the cold certainty of a hunter cornering his prey. Murray lifted his guard, circling, but GG's pressure felt suffocating. The Kazakh champion didn't rush, he didn't waste punches. He stalked, taking the ring inch by inch, as though claiming territory he already believed was his. Murray jabbed, testing distance, but Golovkin slipped it effortlessly, answering with a heavy jab that snapped Murray's head back. It wasn't just a jab, it was a warning. The crowd winced. Commentators murmured. Murray exhaled sharply, realizing the weight behind the shot wasn't normal. It was something else, something monstrous. Golovkin kept advancing, each step calculated, his shoulders perfectly aligned, his eyes reading Murray's rhythm, like a hunter sensing a heartbeat through the dark. Murray countered with a right hook. Clean, fast, solid. GGG didn't flinch. He didn't even blink. Instead, he smirked. That smirk sent a wave of electricity through the arena. Murray felt it too, like a cold hand gripping the back of his neck. GGG stepped in, unleashed a thudding combination to the body. Left hook, right hook, another left. Murray's ribs screamed, but he bit down on his mouthpiece and refused to back up. The crowd roared. Commentators shouted. Murray is standing his ground. But everyone could see the truth. Golovkin wasn't backing off. Not for a second. Not for a breath. And with every punch, Murray was being pushed deeper into a storm he couldn't control. Murray landed a sharp counter, his best shot of the round. GGG absorbed it like rain hitting stone. Then he unleashed a right hand that echoed around the stadium. Murray stumbled, but didn't fall. His legs wobbled, his vision blurred, but his heart held. The bell saved him. Ding! Murray walked back to his corner, breathing fire, but Triple G walked back like nothing happened. Calm, frozen, focused. The pressure had begun, and it was only going to get worse. Round after round, Murray fought like a man refusing to accept his fate. He jabbed, he countered, he moved, but Golovkin's pressure was relentless, tightening around him like chains forged from steel. Triple G walked him down into corners, cutting the ring with surgical precision. Every time Murray slipped one punch, two more came. Every time he circled away, Golovkin met him there. Murray's corner shouted directions: move left, keep the jab out, stay calm. But calmness was impossible inside a storm. Triple G hammered the body with hooks that sounded like someone swinging a baseball bat into a tree. Murray's breathing grew sharp. Each inhale burned. Still, he swung back, desperation turning into courage, courage into defiance. The crowd loved it. They stood, cheering the man who refused to fall. But Golovkin wasn't moved. His eyes were focused, cold, surgical. Midway into the round, GG landed an uppercut that snapped Murray's head upward, then a right hand, then a left hook. Murray stumbled, legs shaking like loose wires. The referee hovered closer. Murray waved him off. "I'm fine." But he wasn't. His vision doubled. His heartbeat thundered in his ears. Golovkin stepped in for the finish. The arena gasped. Murray clenched his fists and fired a huge overhand right. It connected, clean, flush, powerful. The kind of punch that had dropped men before. GG didn't move. He didn't step back. He didn't blink. Instead, he smiled. A slow, terrifying smile. Murray's soul dropped. That was the moment he realized. This man wasn't like the others. He wasn't breakable. He wasn't stoppable. He was inevitable. Golovkin launched a brutal barrage. Hooks, jabs, uppercuts, all landing with savage precision. Murray's body folded, sprung back, folded again. The referee jumped in, about to stop it. Ding! The bell saved Murray again. He collapsed onto his stool, chest heaving, knuckles swollen, face bruised. His trainer looked into his eyes. "Can you continue?" Murray nodded, even though everything in his body screamed no. The breaking point was close. The question was, would he break or would he rise? The fourth part begins with Murray staggering out of his corner like a man walking through fire. His gloves felt heavy, his breathing sharp, his legs unstable, but his spirit, his heart, still burning. The crowd sensed it. They rose to their feet, chanting for him, pushing him forward with raw emotion. But Golovkin approached like a machine. No hesitation, no doubt, no slowing down. He jabbed Murray's guard apart with pinpoint accuracy, then followed with a crushing right hand. Murray bounced off the ropes, stumbling sideways. The referee watched closely, tension tightening in his face. Murray tried to fire back, but his punches had lost their snap. His timing, gone. His energy, drained. Golovkin cut off the ring again, stepping in with that cold, calculated precision. He feinted, drew Murray's guard down, then blasted a left hook into the ribs. Murray gasped, dropping his elbow, and that was the opening. Boom! A right hand crashed into Murray's jaw. His legs buckled. He fell against the ropes, barely staying upright. The crowd screamed. The referee stepped forward. "Show me something." Murray swung blindly. Golovkin stepped aside effortlessly, countering with a brutal uppercut that lifted Murray's head like a rag doll. Murray collapsed to one knee. The world around him faded. The lights dimmed. The roar of the crowd turned into a distant hum. The referee counted. 4, 5, 6. Murray tried to rise. His glove slipped. His leg buckled. 7, 8. He looked up. Golovkin stood in the opposite corner. Silent, still, monstrous. 9. Murray pushed again. One last attempt. 10. The fight was over. Gennady Golovkin had done what he always did: dominate, destroy, conquer. The crowd erupted into a mixture of awe and shock. Murray's team rushed to him, lifting him to his feet. Even in defeat, he stood with pride, a warrior who refused to break until his body gave up. Golovkin approached, placed a hand on Murray's shoulder, and whispered something only they knew: respect. Pure, silent respect. The referee lifted GGG's hand. The arena exploded. The storm had ended, and Golovkin stood tall in its center, unshaken, unbroken, unmatched.